So you want to know how to use supplements to stop and or prevent joint pain and inflammation in areas such as your lower back and your knees. Well, in this video, I'm going to walk you step by step through the process of how to find the right supplement and how to verify that it will work for you before you make the purchase. Next, I will show you exactly how to use them the right way so that you avoid the pitfalls so that you get the maximum benefit from your supplement. You will find that this is a very complete video. Once you complete this video, you will have a mastery of how to find and use supplements the right way. Now stick around to the very end of this video because I have a very special gift for you. And this is a free course that you can't get anywhere else. And it's going to allow you to get 1,000% better results from your supplements. And it's based upon the 3 pillars of health. From this course and the pillars of health, you will have all the information you need in order to use supplements to stop and prevent future joint pains throughout your entire body. So let's go through this course and we'll go through slide by slide and ensure that you have all the knowledge you need. Understand, I'm not trying to sell you any supplements in this lesson. This is purely educational content. There will be no sales pitch to try to get you to buy an expensive seminar or some other high dollar plan at the end of this lesson. There's no miracle back realignment machine or expensive futuristic knee brace that I'll try to pitch to you either. The truth is that I've purchased inversion machines to relieve my back pain. I've purchased and worn out countless knee and back braces, but none of these devices help me solve my joint pains more than the information I'm about to share with you right now. Let me tell you, perhaps one of the most important factors is that supplements are the cheapest way to get healthier and stay healthier for the rest of your life. It's vital that you understand this huge truth because being able to afford to be healthy for the long term is extremely important. Supplements are a part of your nutrition, and nutrition is what I label as one of the 3 foundational pillars of health. The pillars of health are so important in understanding and ending chronic back pain, chronic knee pain, and poor health conditions overall that I've even published a detailed report about their importance. But compared to prescription medication and most over-the-counter drugs, nothing I've found has been more effective in improving my overall and long-term health while still being extremely inexpensive as simply adding nutritional supplements to my daily eating plan. The specific supplements I take on a daily basis have literally helped stop my chronic back pain and my knee pain that I had endured for more than 20 years of my life. Stopped it. Where chiropractors and surgery failed to stop the pain, to stop the inflammation, these supplements successfully help take away my pain 99% of the time. Most days I live my life completely pain-free. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that this video course isn't about me, but it is about you and how you can overcome the obstacles that you faced if you've tried supplements before and you didn't get the results that you wanted. So let's look into some of the reasons that you likely did not get the results that you wanted. And then let's go a step further and I'll show you how to overcome that so that you can get the results that you want. The number one thing you must understand about supplements is the fact that the majority are plant-based ingredients. These are not toxic chemically altered compounds, aka they're not drugs. The way prescription drugs work is that they are chemicals that are so abnormally concentrated that they basically shock our bodies into reacting a certain way quickly in like 15 to 30 minutes. It's like if you want to get somewhere that is, let's say, a mile away, you can sprint that mile and get there as fast as your legs can possibly take you. But doing so will come with some major health complications, the least of which can be painfully strained or pulled muscles. Supplements are literally the polar opposite of that approach. Each capsule or pill normally contains just enough active ingredients to nudge your body in the right direction. So instead of sprinting that mile and risking all types of major injuries, instead think of it as strolling that same distance and getting the same results without the harmful side effects. So the main takeaway from this first fact is the results from taking supplements is a gradual build-up effect that will help you feel better and get healthier over a short period of time. Not in minutes, but safely over a few short days. But the effects are real and far more effective, and I'll explain why and more about this process in just a bit. For now, what all this means is that your chronic conditions are actually healing and getting better day by day. The pain is actually going away and not being masked or covered up by chemicals. The amount of time it will take for you to start seeing substantial results depends on your condition and the level of pain when you first start taking the supplement. Literally, the effects happen so gradually that you don't go from having unbearable joint pain and then 30 minutes later you're pain free. It just doesn't happen that way. With supplements, it's more like a week later when you start to notice that your joints are starting to hurt less and less. But by the end of the next week, that your joints are not what you might consider hurting, but maybe just aching would be a better description. The following week, it's just an annoying ache that you notice but don't really complain about anymore. Then, by the end of the fourth week, that magic week I call it, or maybe even a little longer, you realize your joints haven't ached all day, or has it been all week? You really don't know when it happened. You just stop and realize the effect you wanted from taking supplements has happened, and it happened without all of the negative side effects. The longer and the more consistently you include the right food supplements into your daily diet, then the healthier you'll get and the better you'll feel. The reason for this is that supplements help your body remove the root cause of the pain. For example, if you heard an annoying squeaking sound coming from a wheel turning nearby, and you want to stop hearing that annoying noise, well, one option is that you could turn up your favorite music so loud that you can no longer hear that squeaking sound anymore. But that doesn't mean the wheel isn't squeaking. The noise is still there. It just means you've masked your ability to hear it, aka a drug. In this scenario, turning up your music would be the use of a drug. The side effect could be damaged eardrums because of the music's volume being so loud. A supplement is more like walking over and giving that squeaking wheel some lubricant so that it turns and doesn't squeak anymore. It lasts longer, and again, you don't have to deal with any negative side effects 99% of the time. So one of the most confusing attitudes I've heard when it comes to people having serious pain in areas such as their knees and lower back, and then starting to take supplements as an alternative solution to drugs, but they want to stop taking painkillers. And I understand the concept of living a cleaner life, but it's a little flawed in certain situations in my opinion. Painkillers in particular do serve a good purpose, and that is they are good for short-term pain relief. So if you have such a degree of pain that you can't function without taking some type of painkiller, even if it's over-the-counter pain pills, then use them along with your supplement program. It's that simple. Days down the road, weeks down the road, maybe a month down the road, it can be another clear indication that your supplement is working when you realize over time that you've started depending less and less on drugs to cover your pain. So the myth that I want to debunk here is that you can't be healthy and also take pain medication, that somehow it will mess up your supplement's effects. In my opinion, you shouldn't even worry about that unless, of course, you're abusing drugs. So what got me into researching all of this supplement stuff? Well, I've dealt with lower back pain ever since a football injury back in the 8th grade. I tackled a guy probably 3 times my size and weight, meeting him head on right in the middle of the line of scrimmage like I was taught to do. I tackled him and won the battle, but lost the war, as my back was never the same after that. In my late 20s, I started taking a supplement I'd seen on late night television, infomercials basically, to see if it would help my ongoing and increasing back pain get better. One day in particular, after using the supplement for about a month or so, I remember waking up and realizing my lower back had stopped hurting every morning to a point that I could actually get out of bed without grimacing. And I was startled by the fact that I'd been able to get out of bed for a few days now without severe pain, and realized it had been a while since I had really bad back pain. At first, I actually did not attribute this to the supplement I was taking at the time. Although I finished the bottle, it was only after that point that I consciously realized my back, and my knees for that matter, had started feeling noticeably better. As I stated previously, the reason for this is that with supplements, you don't suddenly feel or start feeling better like the next day. Adding supplements to your diet plan is an ongoing process. For now, just know that when you stop taking the supplement, you don't burn and crash the next day. The decline is gradual, just as the recovery is gradual. I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that it didn't even dawn on me that at that point I had to continue to take supplements in order to maintain the effects they provided. I just didn't know it worked that way. I didn't understand supplements mostly because I failed to put in the time and effort to do the research on them. I just listened to whatever the general populace or the infomercials told me. Needless to say, I had a lot of wrong preconception and misconceptions about supplements back then. All that said, in order to get the rewards food supplements offer, I had to continue to provide my body the nutritional tools it needs to create the physical condition I wanted. Okay, I felt the need to jump in at this point because to me I started to sound like one of the big authority sites that I get all this information from. Plain and simple, in just layman words, you have to continue to use the food supplement in order to give your body the nutrition it needs to continue to repair itself, to keep you healthy. You've got to continue to take the supplement. That's literally the bottom line. What's going to shock you is the fact that supplements or food supplements in themselves, they do not cure you. That's the next thing I'm about to go into. And I know that doesn't sound right, especially if you've used supplements and you've gotten some results from them, and you know that you're feeling better than you did before you start taking the supplement. And now I'm sitting here saying they don't cure you. I'm not saying they don't help you. I'm saying they don't cure you. And that's a big misunderstanding. And I'm about to jump into that right now and explain how this actually works. Supplements don't actually cure you. They actually don't even directly fix your problem. And let me explain why that is right here, right now. Think of supplements as being what they actually are: food supplements. And the most important thing they do is provide your body with the nutrition it needs to fix itself. Did you hear that point? Supplements, food supplements specifically help your body fix itself. That's the number one reason you don't feel side effects when you use food supplements. Again, this is different from a drug that often puts an artificial chemical into your body. So drugs aren't fixing the problem either. They are artificially covering the problem. Supplements, in my opinion, get you closer to solving the problem because it allows your body to function properly instead of inhibiting your body like drugs do. Back when I grew up, I was taught that the description of a disease or illness was caused by a bacteria or a virus infection. Nowadays, lots of things are labeled as diseases because it gives, in my opinion, this may be um, something that you don't agree with, but in my opinion, it gives big pharmaceutical companies the legal right to create and patent more drugs, and they sell them to us to make a profit. Again, that's just my opinion. In the end, they are still health issues despite what the root causes are. And many health issues today occur because of nutritional deficiencies, which causes a breakdown in our body's normal healing process. As a result, this creates negative and normally painful conditions. A popular example of this is a condition known as scurvy. This is a deadly health condition caused by a lack of vitamin C. Scurvy killed sailors by the thousands in the 1800s, and it's a particularly nasty and a painful way to die, especially when it can be prevented simply by eating enough citrus fruits such as oranges or lemons that contain vitamin C, or of course nowadays by taking a vitamin C supplement. Without the right nutrition, your body falls apart, and most commonly today it shows itself through joint inflammation and pain. Yet, if you give your body the nutrition it needs to work properly and continue to provide your body with the nutritional tools to help maintain itself, these conditions will improve or go away entirely. So now that you know how supplements work, and now you know what to expect when you start adding nutritional supplements to your daily eating plan, let me share with you the most common reasons I believe most people don't get the results they expect from supplements, and more importantly, how you can avoid them so your supplement works for you 1000% better. Are you ready for a shocker? My number one reason I believe people don't get the benefits from supplements like they should is that people buy cheap trash. Likely it's because they're not sure supplements even work, and so they don't want to spend that much money if they are just trying them out. This is the worst thing you can do because cheap food supplements actually don't work. And they don't, it's not that they don't work very well, they don't work because all too often they are filled with fillers and not actual nutritional extracts. So before purchasing a supplement, you must do the research and know exactly which supplement ingredients work to target the specific condition you are wanting to improve. And you'll only know this from research. Second point. Well, let me go back to the first point. The first point is supplements are so inexpensive that trying to go cheap with supplements really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Understand that you're talking about pennies a day to take supplements. So going cheap really, I mean, the more I think about it, um, the more it doesn't make sense. So when you go out looking for a supplement, it doesn't have to be an expensive supplement. It just have to be the right supplement. And I'm going to get to that point a little bit more right now. So the second point on proper research is that it will also reveal the amount of the nutrient that is needed for optimum effectiveness. When I say amount, let me be very specific. You need to know how much of this active ingredient should be consumed on a daily basis that will give your body the nutritional elements it needs to work properly. Anything less than the minimum suggested amounts, you won't get results, at least not the kind that you want or need. For example, if your research shows that the suggested amount you should be consuming is 1,000 to 2,000 IU of a vitamin in order to get the maximum results for the supplement you purchase, and then you go out and purchase a supplement that only has 100 IU, not 1,000 or 2,000, but 100 IU, then that product will do nothing for your health. It may as well be garbage for the health benefits you'll get from it. Now, all cards on the table. I've bought that crap myself. But I've since learned, and I believe you must also learn this fact too, and that is that when it comes to your health, you can't be frugal. Understand that supplements are cheaper than any other form of health recovery you can do. So go into this knowing you are already taking the least expensive route to feeling and actually becoming healthier. Sadly, there are supplement companies that prey on our ignorance. They know what the minimum amounts are, but only put a hint of the amounts needed into their products, most likely to cut costs while still being able to claim that their supplement include the nutritional ingredient you need. For example, a company can list that their product contains vitamin E, vitamin C, which is required by law. However, they can go on to tell you about all the benefits of vitamin E and vitamin C in their advertisement on their sales page, then ultimately not give you enough of either vitamin in their actual product to meet minimum levels. That means their product is worthless. As of this writing of this lesson, outside the basic accuracy of the type of vitamin in the capsule or pill, supplement companies don't have to disclose recommended amounts. You have to know that before you buy the product. We've come a long way in this course, so let's wrap up everything, tie up everything in a nice bow so I can make sure that you understand this process that I use. Now, the one thing that I've got to say up front is when it comes to supplements, the best results are going to start and end with detailed research. So step number one in the process is being able to choose the right supplement. And the only way that you can choose the right supplement is to have a clear understanding of what your condition is, what your problem is that you're wanting to solve. Now, you can't just say, well, I've got knee pain, because you've got to identify your condition, because there are multiple supplements that will work on specific things. So what's ailing you the most? Is it knee pain with no swelling? Is it knee inflammation and pain? Is it knee swelling without inflammation or pain? Is it tightness of the knee, or is it tightness of your back? Is your back painful when you bend over, or is it painful when you get up in the morning? These are all details that you need to know before you start searching for a supplement. Do not use any supplement that isn't supported by a federal health or a university level trial or testing. Always make sure the product or the brand you pick has a lot of real users with positive testimonials reinforcing its effectiveness. Step number two is to know the minimum recommended ingredient amount. And what I mean is you need to know how much of the active ingredient has been shown to produce the best results. Do not buy supplements that do not provide the minimum active ingredient amounts, because it will not help solve your health condition. Using specific nutritional ingredients in the right amounts that have been proven to work is what matters most in this entire process. Okay, step number three is follow the recommended consumption schedule. Now, what this means is if your research says this is the amount of active ingredient that has shown to yield the best results for your condition, then make sure you take full doses and not partial amounts of that ingredient. Basically, if you want to better ensure you get great results, you can't take one pill a day when it requires 2 pills per day to get those results. The obvious reason is because you won't get the right amount of active ingredients into your system that will help improve your condition. On that same note, if it says take with food, then you don't take it on an empty stomach. You take it with food, just as the directions require you to do. Another thing that you have to look out for is if it says take 1 pill in the morning and then 1 pill in the evening, but there's a specific reason, well, there can be multiple specific reasons why that is, but you have to make sure that when you're taking the supplement to follow the directions on the bottle. All right, moving right along. Number 4 is stop expecting supplements to work like drugs. Again, supplements are not drugs. They will not show immediate results after a few minutes or the next day. The trade-off is that 99% of people never deal with negative side effects when using natural food supplements. And this is because your body is actually repairing and healing itself. And as a result, you get long-lasting results. Number 5 is really important as well. You really need to know the realistic timetable for noticeable results. Do not create false preconceived ideas in your mind of how or when you'll get or see results. So you can't jump into this saying, I'll give this a week type of mindset. You will not see noticeable results in a week or even a couple of weeks, as a matter of fact. Normally, it's going to take about 20 to 30 days before you start to notice significant results. Your research will give you the most accurate timetable to hope for as when it comes to when you should expect to see significant results. Now, realize supplements are not medical cures. Supplements are the active ingredients that come from the plants that allow your body to heal and repair itself. However, I found that extracts from those same vegetables and roots and leaves make it easier to just take a supplement to get those same nutritional values and get them more easily. Okay, I've got to give you this warning. While it's true that supplements are not drugs, however, even the highest quality supplements are still nutritional ingredients that interact with the chemistry of your body. For example, if you're allergic to peanut butter, then don't take a supplement that has peanuts in it. You're going to be allergic to it. It's always important to check the ingredient label for anything you know that will conflict with your metabolism. Always consult with your doctor before starting any new supplement regimen, but choose a doctor that has a high level of knowledge when it comes to supplements and how they work. If your doctor doesn't have the expertise to explain to you how a particular supplement works, then find a doctor who does. All right, congratulations, you made it completely through the course, and hopefully you found this lesson very useful. And even more, I hope you will now put this information to great use to help yourself become a lot more healthy. On that note, I can't think of a better way for me to further help you improve your health and your quality of life, other than showing you how to get into peak health quickly. And that starts with getting rid of all of your aches and pains your creaky old body is feeling. And that means you also need to know and be able to master the other 2 pillars of health. You need them all together to get the best long-term results. So next up, not only will I give you a free copy of my Pillars of Health course, I will also introduce you to my new Premia Health course that will teach you how to live in a painless body in just 30 days or less. And in this course, I'm going to show you exactly how to eliminate your joint pains throughout your entire body. This includes knee pain and, of course, lower back pain. Virtually any type of pain that involves sore and aching joints. I'm going to tell you the exact supplements I use to maintain a pain-free body 99% of the time. So if you want to know how you can start living in a painless body in as little as 20 to 30 days, first become a subscriber to my over35andhealthy.com newsletter. Then watch the overview video to see if you qualify for this astonishing self-administered total body healing method. I can't tell you how excited I am that you would even consider being a member of my subscriber list, a member of my listening audience, if you would. I'm excited about getting the Pillars of Health course in your hands because you really need to know the basics, because when you know the basics and you apply them, then your health can really become not just good but great when you build it on a firm foundation. And that's what the Pillars of Health is all about. And that's why I want to make sure you get that free course when you become a subscriber. But along with all of that, you need to get rid of all the pain in your body. And that's why having access to the overview of the Painless Body course is so important, because the first step, nothing else is going to matter. If you're in pain, all of that other stuff doesn't matter. We've got to take care of your pain first. And that's why I want you to subscribe right now. Let's take care of your pain and then let's proceed down the road to getting you great health. Alright, so don't hesitate. Head on over to my website, over35andhealthy.com/for-me, and go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter, and you will get your free copy of the Pillars of Health, along with access to the overview video for the Painless Body course. And of course, a link to my website is also in the description below this video. I'll see you there.